Hey, Flo Blue Gleam here, and I want to share some important things regarding about this video and the next upcoming ones. So, first off, the video is divided into episodes because of how long it is. Second, I was originally going to interview Fuze, the Mischief Maker raccoon. However, after a fur meet on Saturday evening, the Mischief got tripled. On my Twitter, I have posted a teaser photo which shows who else is going to be in the video. Now, I am trying to do something a little bit different compared to my last video. So instead of a one versus one, it's one-on-one, it's now going to be a group interview. Now, don't worry, a good number of the questions that were asked can be applied to all of them. And finally, I believe it was around 3 a.m. I think is before we actually started filming the video. So we are all exhausted and tired. Thankfully, everyone stuck around and we did finish filming it, and by the time all was done and ready and I was back in my room, it was past 5 a.m. So I want to apologize in advance if we don't sound or act lively or animated in the video, but now you know why. And now with all that out of the way, it's the time for the video, and I hope you enjoy it. Oh hey, Flo Blue Gleam here, and today I am with...
I'm Fuze.
I'm Raith. I'm Kaiser.
Alright, and now some of you have was asking questions on Twitter, specifically for one, but again, I have two special guests here today. So, but thankfully though, a lot of the questions I can actually ask for all three of them to have. So we're going to start with Twitter questions, and then we'll go with some Telegram ones here. So let's get this ball rolling. The first question here is from iPoleva86, aka Tyler Furlong. He asks, what made you choose to be a Mischief Maker suitor?
I chose to be a Mischief Maker suitor actually through my friend Booker.
Ooh.
He got me to, well, I applied for a different maker called Phoenix Wolf earlier in 2015 and I didn't get accepted, which kind of put me down a little bit, and I was kind of worried on what maker to pick for next. But my friend Booker really encouraged me to get a Mischief Maker suit, and I started looking at them, and I actually really enjoyed them, and now I'm one of them. Help me.
Nice.
I'm kidding. I love them. They're awesome. They're really good makers.
I think they're great too.
I wouldn't have wanted any other maker. There's nobody else in the world I want to be with for suit maker, to be honest. But
yeah. Ray?
So funny, I was not in this fandom. I took a really long break from it. And one of the things that segued me back into this fandom was watching dance videos. So I was watching all the way through all of these comps. You were in a lot of them. And then I saw Hogwash and Fuze a lot. And I was like, wow, those are like really cute suits whenever they were still doing the taco muzzles. And then so that kind of just got the ball rolling. And then I saw all the made for yous and now and laters. And then, those are stickers. They're delicious suits. No, so, and then I went to BLFC, and I saw them in person, and I saw, like, everyone just acting like their characters in them, and that was just a fantastic performance. There was, like, Rivolo, I saw Joey. Just seeing all the Mischief Makers run around was just, like, inspiring, and I didn't really trust a lot of potentially other makers to make Raith other than Mischief Makers. So, and they nailed it. So I really just much enjoy the style, and it's fantastic.
Awesome. How about you, Kaiser?
All right, so it kind of started. This was before BLFC 2016. I actually commissioned a badge from an artist named Kaiser, who I met at BLFC, and she hand delivered my badge. And I found out she was at the time one of the Mischief Makers. She worked with my makers to help out and assist. And I told her I was in the market for a fursuit. I had no idea, I had no knowledge on makers and stuff, but she kind of hooked me up. She filled me in on what I needed to know and what I needed to do to get a slot, or to try to attempt to get a slot, and I gave it a whirl. I got in. I redesigned my character to fit within the Mischief Maker style, and at the end, in this last December, I got them, and I was blown away by their service, their customer service, and the people that I got to work with, and it's been an amazing family. And yeah, I don't think I'd choose any other maker. It's been really fun.
That is awesome! Oh my gosh. Well,
Is Mischief Makers a cult?
Yes. Yes.
No.
cult.
No.
Oh.
I plead
No.
the fifth.
You
We're
have
not
a
allowed to
secret
answer that
handshake?
question.
Shh, hush.
You're not asking the questions, sir.
Actually, that kind of sort of answers my next question from Simmons_176, aka Amanda Breeze. She asked, who would you have chosen to make your suit if you couldn't have a Mischief Maker? So you mentioned it was...
Back in 2015, I would have gone with Phoenix Wolf, or now Phoenix Nest.
Okay.
That was one of my favorites. I also do have a huge love for Autumn Collins, and Made For You does really good suits. But the thing I really wanted to go for was a suit maker who does raccoons. There's a big difference between suit makers who can do a dog and put a mask on it and call it a raccoon, between suit makers who can actually do a raccoon. So I've noticed that with a lot of suit makers. And I knew Mischief Makers was always, they're always up for a challenge or trying out new species, and they just started doing red pandas not too long ago, and they nailed them really well.
Yeah, I do know, like, was it the Green Walk? Joey?
Yeah, Joey and
Joey.
Button are really good examples.
Yeah, but I knew that I trusted them enough with that and stuff, taking on really neat designs in the past. So, but yeah, that's just what I wanted. So.
So I didn't get accepted the first year that I applied, and that was mostly because I showed Bongo like one of my pieces of art. Didn't even have a reference for this character yet. Like this, he did not look anything like this 2 years ago. And so I showed it to Bongo, and she's like, well, now hold on. Let's not try and make a suit with a character that's not made yet. So she's like, go see if you can get a reference or something. If you're really dead set on getting the suit, then we'll let you, but we're just saying it's not like the best idea. So I got a reference finally, and then went. Of course, they were closed by then. By the time that I got a reference for how he looks now, and I looked through tons of suit makers, and none were really within a good financing range because I was going into school. And so I was just about to have my friend do it whenever they were just like, surprised, we're opening for a ton of slots, and they're still making fursuits from when they opened up whenever I applied the second time. So I guess if it hadn't been Mischief Makers, Batitudes would have been pretty okay. Or just pretty, like, really good. They nail cats and they've got some good dogs. Or it would have just been my friend, honestly.
Alright. How about you?
So again, I didn't have any knowledge on suit makers. I just knew a couple of people that already had suits from some of the bigger makers, like Don't Hug Cacti or Made For You. And I was like, okay, I know a little bit about them, so I'm going to try to go for them. And at the time, they weren't financially feasible, and I didn't really have an official ref, so I put it off. I regret that. Actually, no, I don't regret it, because I was able to get a Mischief Maker suit, and meet all these great people.
Yay! So it turns out good at the end.
Yeah, but pretty much, that's definitely a tough one, because there were a lot of styles that I liked at the time, but yeah, probably the originals that I knew most about, which, probably Made For You, Don't Have Cacti. People have told me good things about them.
Oh yeah, I heard about them too. So the next Mischief Maker question is from 8-Bit Mocha, which is...
Hi, Mocha.
Hi, Mocha.
So, is what was the wait for your Mischief Maker suits like? And how long or how torturous was the wait for it, basically? When your commission got accepted and you actually paid for it, and how long was the wait? Like, how do you feel about was it like a struggle? Like, I can't wait for my suit?
Okay, well, my slot was actually a very interesting thing. What had happened was when I decided I wanted to get a Mischief Maker's suit, I was waiting for them to open up in November. But as I was looking at FA journals, I saw that they opened up for one suit slot in the middle of October, or to be finished around Halloween time, and they were only open for one slot. So I applied along with a few others to get that slot, and it was like a straight up flat price slot, and they were like, do it, it has to be a somewhat simple design, and I applied and I submitted, and I was fortunate enough I got an email back within 10 minutes saying you got accepted in and we'll do your suit. So I actually only had they opened that slot like September 5th and I got my suit October 21st. So I waited about a month and a week or so. So I was a very quick slot.
Wow.
Wow,
yeah,
that
that's
is.
amazing.
I was fortunate. I got really lucky with it.
Judging by your shaking your head. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I saw like some. Oh, okay. Somehow something you have a different experience.
Not well. Okay, like I thought mine was quick, but that was way worse. So as soon as BLFC ended, was whenever they opened up for those surprise commissions. And I applied, sent in my rep. They were like, oh, hey, we remember you. And then they gave me a slot, and I was like, awesome. So they directed me to their Trello board, and I saw that my suit was going to be made in September. And I found this out in June, July. So that was, I did not have the money saved up for it. I was going to finance it, and I was going to just gamble and hope that I had enough time to get it, like, by October or November. But, like, at the same time, I was really excited that the wait wasn't going to be that long, versus my friend who has to wait until 2018 to get his suit.
Why?
So, yeah, and he got it, like, early this year, which is, like, tragic, but it happens, and it's just how the business goes. But I didn't have to wait long. Once it was paid off, though, it felt like this really slow, knuckle-dragging grind, because, like, it felt like, because there was nothing in between me and getting it now, but waiting for the completion month. But I was very happy to get him in October, because then he debuted at this big October Halloween meet, and it was just fun, and I wore weeaboo stuff over him, and it was amazing. So, no, don't talk to me about it. So it was not a very long wait at all, but I was very surprised to get an early slot.
Nice.
Alright, so yeah, I filled out a quote form in June, kind of the beginning of June, and I heard back fairly quickly, which was really nice, and I was really interested, so I was quick to respond, and they appreciated that, and I was able to get a slot. I was fortunate enough to get a slot. I was in a decent financial position at the time, so I was able to finance it within, I think, 2 or 3 payments, which helped me out, and let's see. So from June when I ordered it, we were able to choose our completion months. So I ended up getting mine in December, I got it the day after Christmas.
Oh.
So Christmas Day itself was like tomorrow.
Yeah.
So basically, the day after Christmas was my Christmas Day when I was able to get my suit and try on a fursuit full suit for the first time, and that was very magical. But yes, the wait, I don't think that I waited that long at all.
You woke up and your family was like, Merry Christmas, and you're like, nope, not yet.
Yeah,
No, not yet, you gotta
Like,
wait.
no,
Just one more day.
tomorrow.
So your parents
one day.
were like,
Yeah.
I would have thrown that. I would have like asked them to wait one more day and just throw my suit under the tree. That would have been fantastic.
That would have been awesome.
Oh. Oh my gosh, that's awesome though.